Okie doke.
Hey guys, this is your doula Hannah. You're listening to Holy Shit, We're Parents, the podcast where I, as a birthing and early child care professional, talk about making babies, birthing babies, and trying not to lose our minds raising them with my ADHD only child husband who has never cracked a parenting book, Justin.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. I think I need you to talk into your mic a little bit more.
Okie doke. Tonight, I thought we would talk about our upcoming trip and how we're going to get to go surfing, but also how we will be learning this basically for the first time alongside our toddlers and how that's actually really awesome for their development.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure exactly how much they'll be learning how to do it on this outing, but
No, it's
cool.
just like an intro for them.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. In what way? I don't know. What do we?
Oh, I thought you were going to say roll the credits.
Oh, no, that's just a little more extra work
Okay.
for me to do, and I haven't done it the past couple of times, and nobody's noticed, so I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Okay. Holy shit, we're holy shit, we're parents. So yeah, we had. I mean, you surfed last time we went to the beach, and I haven't attempted surfing since I was, I think, 17. Oh God, that was so long ago. And obviously our kids haven't tried it at all. Oh no, wait, you did get our son to sit on a board last time, but
Yeah, our son did sit on the board and cried as soon as he got wet because the water was freezing. So I don't know if we can really count that.
Yeah.
If anything, we might want to hope he doesn't remember that.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I mean, this trip will be more like skills for us, exposure for them, but it's actually like really good for their brains to be watching us learning it because like toddlers and kids in general learn better from observing others, but also it'll give us a chance to kind of display how to deal with frustration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably something that doesn't happen very often. I think most times when your kids are learning how to do something, it's something you either already know how to do or are paying somebody else to teach them.
Right. And that
So,
was, why I thought it was cool too. Cause like sports, there's a coach or like other hobbies. You have really been the main one that like knows how to do what is wanting to be learned. Um, and I think at least for me, it's going to help me approach it with a more like, I think not positive, but maybe patient mindset because I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'm just learning this for the first time and my kids are watching me learn it for the first time. Like, I don't care what other people think when they see me. I am going to be thinking about, okay, what am I modeling for the two of them? So I'm intrigued for like how that's going to hopefully help.
hopefully. I mean, you kind of, at least there, I guess I'll have the benefit of not being like immediately in front of them.
Right.
You know, you will be off a ways a little bit, but you'll be
Yeah.
on shore. So yeah, but I guess once we get there, we've got a couple of short boards. I do plan on picking up a long board so that we can get at least one of the kids up standing or at least kneeling while one of us is standing.
Yeah.
Is like my goal there.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, because that's really my only desire personally to get on a longboard. Like I know you had asked why I had, picked up a couple of short boards, and it was like my answer was because that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I've read and you read because we are, doing a lot of research on this before we get in the water, so we're as prepared as possible. Says start with a longboard. It might be easier, but as somebody who grew up snowboarding, hearing it's easier if you start out skiing. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I not learn to do the thing I want to do? Yeah. Instead of learning how to do this other thing and then having to learn how to do the thing I want to do. Yeah.
I always thought that was funny too, because like when I played piano growing up, everybody was like, oh, like what instrument are you going to go to after that? It was like the gateway instrument. Everyone said, if you know how to play piano, learning other instruments is like so much easier. And I'm like, well, piano is the one I want to play though.
And like, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just you learn how to read music like first. Sense. So then that makes every other instrument a little more approachable, even if it's written differently. You still have a general understanding of scales. Okay. I was asking you because I didn't learn to play piano.
I did play trumpet after piano. Was like piano is very straightforward. You make that note with the key that's in front of you, whereas like trumpet, there's a lot more involved with like controlling your breath and blowing a certain way to hit a specific note instead of just like boom, it's right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it directly translates like you can play piano, you can play another instrument. You are probably more likely to look into playing another instrument.
Yes, that's fair.
The hardest part is reading music.
That's which I still never did great.
And I think once you learn to I think again that is said because piano is a very, as you said, all you gotta do is push the key.
Yeah.
You don't have to hit the string a certain way. You don't have to blow. Your lips don't have to vibrate the perfect way. So you just hit the key and then you hear the note. So I think it trains you for that as well. So when you go into other instruments, you're like, ooh, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Doesn't mean it'll make you figure out how to make it right, but you'll at least hear it.
Which reminds me, I still want to get that piano from the thrift store. It's actually marked down now, so when it's on sale, it'll be $50.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was $100. It was $200, and then $100 on the half off days.
Put it?
That's the only thing we'll figure out.
Put it right here in the center of our podcast area.
No, it's not coming down
here. Yeah. So, like thinking about how I was going to approach this and looking into a little bit more about like the way kids learn and stuff, I thought it was super interesting. There were some studies done about observational learning in children and how like watching others do something increases their persistence, but also helps with their problem solving because obviously kids are like huge observers. And so they found that kids watching others learn something were basically able to like coach those others, whether it was adults or peers, through that thing that they had also never done and were pretty much right with like the problem solving going on in their head.
Isn't that just how people work?
I guess.
You've never done that? Like, for instance, a lot of what I'm watching to learn how to surf are videos of people learning how to surf.
Yeah.
Because it allows me to be able to look at, visually see and pick out what they're doing wrong. So then when I do it, I can see those things in what I do and pick them out and not do them.
That's, I guess, what I'm trying to get better at is the figuring out, wait, what went wrong there? Because I can't always pick it out right away, or sometimes I need like help. Like, can you see what went wrong here?
Well, that's because everybody learns different,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, there's that like show, tell, do or whatever, and there's like everybody has their ideal order of those things, or order and then repetition of those things. Like, for me personally, and I think for a lot of people, words telling somebody how to do something that doesn't do what people think it does, because you can't tell somebody how to do something from a perspective of total not understanding, because you understand. It's impossible to totally get out of that mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people are really, really good at getting close to it. You know what I mean? But you can never approach something as if you know nothing about it once you know about it.
Yeah, it's just impossible for your brain.
So it's very hard to remember what other people don't inherently know about this thing that you're trying to teach them on.
Yeah.
So it's so difficult for somebody to just vocally portray every minute, like, detail, every, like, issue that you might run into, you know what I mean? Without you having experienced it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think, like, there's not enough of, let me try this and then let me, or let me get a little educated on this and then try it and then get more educated on it. There's either, I think, no education, let me try it, and if I'm not automatically good at it, this is dumb, which has been a lot of stuff for me in a lot of my life that I'm trying to get away from. Or I think there's a lot of paralysis from feeling like you need to overeducate yourself before you can do any aspect of it.
Oh, yes, for sure.
So once you do it, you're perfect.
Yes.
Which is dumb.
Because that's never going to work.
Which, again, is a really enjoying deep diving into surfing because, like, there's surf competitions where, like, the pros might not stand up the whole time, whether it's just, bad breaks on their part, the waves aren't there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, this is one of those things, like, you can't be perfect at it because 20% of it is you.
Yeah, right.
And like 80% of it is everything else being perfect. Or as close to perfect as it will ever be.
Yeah, that's like what we talked about. The difference with snowboarding is, like, you are moving on your environment snowboarding. Like, with surfing, your environment is constantly moving and changing and shifting. Moving you, and then you're trying to move through it.
Yeah. So, and like that. So again, you are 20% of that. You know what I mean? You can do everything 100% right and still not have a good day surfing. From what I've gathered, you will never do everything 100% right. So it's up to you to have a good day surfing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's a very valuable thing, and I think it's why, like, at least for a while before people found out about what, like, fucking cunts a lot of, like, locals and places can be, and rightfully so. Like, I'm gonna say that because I used to be like, you're being fucking cunts. But now I'm like, oh, you're being fucking cunts, but I get it because it's like,
okay,
you've put in the hours here. You know what I mean? You've paddled out here day after day, waiting for these sets to come. You don't need some jabroni who's here a week a year getting the good sets that, you have.
You've been waiting for, putting in the work for.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, like, I get that. Or at least even not work. You've been putting the hours in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The effort, the energy.
Yeah.
That does remind me of the video you just shared with me about the 3-year-old.
The 3-year-old Australian
dropped
kid.
in on Kelly Slater and told her, he tried to drop in on her. She told him to get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, because he wasn't a local.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I don't care who you are.
And it's like, to be honest, knowing Kelly Slater, because he's big on that shit, he was probably like,
he probably loved it.
Yeah. He probably got fucked.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and one thing I really want to work on for myself, you mentioned, like, the being good at it right away, and if you're not, then it's stupid. I fall very much into that category, and also that, like, education paralysis. So I've been trying to find a balance with, like, learning what I can ahead of time and reminding myself none of this is going to make me do great the first time or second or third or fourth, but also, like, understanding that this is something that it's good to fail with because that's how I'm going to learn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't do this, but that now I can do this. And, like, I felt what that wasn't supposed to feel like. So now I can figure out how it's supposed to feel, and just, like, keeping my mind around that. And, like, I want to make sure that I use that language, and I will probably want your help with that. Like when we come out of the water and talk to the kids, because our son is going to say something about seeing us fall. And being like, yeah, like that's okay though, because that's like I learned something from that fall, or sometimes falls happen, and or how you always tell the kids like what's the most important thing about falling? Getting back up.
Well, falling forward, dispersing your body weight, and then getting back.
Right, right. So just like exposing them to that growth mindset in learning something, and not like you have to be good at this for it to be worth learning, which is really hard for my brain.
Well, and you don't need to be good at something for it to be fun.
Right.
I think that was, and I think that affects everybody. I think it affects millennials onwards maybe a little bit more, just because we were the beginning of having really involved parents who made us do shit that we didn't want to do for our own good. You know what I mean? Instead of just like ignoring us and being like, I don't know, don't die before bed, I guess, you piece of shit, I hate you. You know what I mean? Which is what a lot of our parents
the generation
grew
before
up
us,
with,
right?
You know what I mean? So I think that has a lot to do with this idea of we need to be good at stuff, because we were a lot more exposed to other kids who were good at stuff. Because where in the past, the people playing baseball or soccer were the people who wanted to play baseball and soccer.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, well, that's what you do.
Right.
So
it's
that's
summer,
what you're
so you
gonna
play soccer.
do. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was a lot more of, well, the good people were being exposed to other good people. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't messing with their heads.
Yeah.
But then it's like you lump in a bunch of kids who are there because their parents want them to be there versus them wanting to be there.
Like our goalie who did handstands in the soccer net the whole time.
I think that was every goalie up until, I don't know, high school?
Probably.
Yeah. But to be fair, probably still didn't have many goals scored on her either. Or him.
Him. Billy.
Yeah. I don't know, I lost it.
Oh, just the whole like forcing it.
Being exposed to, and I think that messes with us as kids, messes with our development. As we age, we see these other kids who seem like they're just good at it, because obviously we don't go home with them.
Right.
We don't see what they're doing, not at the hour a week we see them at this. You know what I'm saying? So we think they're just good.
Yes.
And we think that we should just be good.
Yeah.
When, that's just not the case. And a lot of people, I bet, who aren't put in the situations of like, being forced to go to these, like, especially competitive outings, I guess, at a young age, probably are a little bit more okay with being bad at stuff.
Probably.
Because they didn't have that shoved in their face at a young age of like, because no matter what, you can't, like when you're young, you can't not compare yourself to others. You know what I mean?
I think that's every age.
A lot of adults don't learn that. You know what I mean? So it's next to impossible to see somebody else doing something you can't do and not feel like, the word I hate, you should be able to do that. And I think that is one of the dirtiest words in our language, should.
Should.
Because it implies, an inherent ability, or like that something is supposed to just be, and that's just not the case.
Right.
Because like we learn everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like something I've been practicing actually over the last few days from one of my neuroscience podcasts that I listen to is
Deep
changing.
Also
those.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't have much gym time this week since I decided I'm also going to surf since I was super sick. But I have been working on my mindset, and it's changing that the language to I get to, like, not I have to go do this, or like I want to try this, like I get to. That's fucking awesome. Especially after a week of feeling like shit and not being able to do anything. I get to go to the gym and tailor my workouts to hopefully benefit surfing.
Yeah. They definitely will.
Go learn this. So I'm trying to say that out loud more. And I don't know that I've been great at that yet, but that's definitely all these language shifts that I'm trying to use daily and also specifically for learning something new so that it kind of builds a foundation for how the kids approach learning something new too.
Yeah, I think that's super important. And how you, and I go through this with clients all the time, and one of my clients who's a dear friend of mine who I see multiple times a week.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately have been seeing her for years now, so we're at a point now where we are just friends who happen to have this business arrangement.
Yeah.
So it's I can get under her skin, and I take advantage of that privilege to pick at every word she says negative about herself or frame stuff negatively, because in my eyes it's like I tell her, I'm like, you are somebody I care about. I do not want to hear anybody talking negatively about somebody I care about, even if it's you. I would tell anybody to fuck off if they were doing that.
Yeah, you don't let me do it at all.
I'm gonna tell I'm gonna tell you to fuck off if you're doing it to yourself. You don't get to treat yourself bad. You know what I mean? And if people around you who love you let you do that, I mean, I think you should consider, what love is and do they love you? Because, in my opinion, like I said, I don't want anybody speaking badly about the people that I love, not even the people I love.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like we got to hear, it was so cool about the perfect example of how your caregiver's voice as a child becomes your inner voice, whether it's your parent, grandparent, whatever adults you're around the most becomes your inner voice as a kid. And we got to hear this awesome story of our son going to the playground with his nana, and he was referring to himself in the third person, but I'll just say you because he says that a lot too. But he was nervous about crossing a wobbly bridge up high on a playground. And your mom said the whole time he crossed, he was going, you can do this.
Which is something we've been working on. We've done it, at least when I've been with him at the playground, a couple times together.
Yeah.
There've been a lot of times where we've gotten to a bridge and turn around, or get halfway across the bridge and then turn around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but we could have kept going. Okay.
Yeah. So your mom was on the ground.
Yeah. So this is big.
And he was not whispering to himself, but definitely just speaking to himself, saying his own name, saying, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this, the whole way across. Made it all the way across. And he was all excited, and she told him he did great. And he wanted to go back the other way. And she was like, yeah, okay, go ahead. And before he stepped on it again, he's like, you are so brave. You can do this. And I was just like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. That was a wonderful thing to hear.
Right. And I just a part of what is inspiring my language shift is if I can talk to him that way and instill that in him, why can't I do it for myself? Especially knowing about all the co-regulation and how he's going to mirror us and we become his inner voice. Okay, I want to be a better mirror, especially when it comes to learning.
If that's the case, I'm going to only start talking to him in the Krang voice. So that becomes his inner voice. Yeah.
Don't you do that to him.
So he's like, you can do it. You are so brave.
That sounded more like Bane.
Bird. Nobody cared before I put on the mask. I'm scary.
Oh God. So more things I was learning about, like surfing specifically, but can be applied to learning anything, is about how like gradual exposure to mild stressors, keyword here being mild stressors, not like forcing your kid to do some shit that scares the shit out of them.
Yeah, we're not talking about, oh, you don't know how to swim, let me throw you in the pool and figure it out shit. Oh, that pisses me off.
Yeah. Or like.
And if my parents are listening, I'm not talking about the high dive situation.
That's what I was about to ask.
I knew how to swim.
Okay.
It wasn't a learn how to swim.
Okay.
It was, I think that was more of a, knowing me and now knowing our son, I was probably very insistent on going on the high dive. Was probably not taking no for an answer. Probably put up a fight to do it. So then once we finally got up there, because one thing I do remember is like standing in line.
Oh, okay.
Because,
so there was probably a line behind you too.
That's what for sure. That's how Atlanta rolled at public pools. Especially like in the early 90s. Like, I feel like that was the end of the public pool era.
Yes.
But line behind us, multiple diving boards. This was like a huge pool.
Yeah.
Like public pool that just, anybody could come to for a couple bucks or whatever. So yeah, ton of people. So yeah, but no, that's not what I was talking about when my parents threw me off the high dive.
Okay.
Yeah, as a small child.
Anyway, gradual exposure to mild.
Not what I was talking about, Mom and Dad. It's not when you threw me off the high dive.
Yes, he already knew how to swim.
When you threw me off the high
dive. To mild stressors improves emotional resilience, adaptability, and confidence in new environments, familiar environments, all of it. Just overall general confidence. So like on this trip, our stressors are going to be new place. Like our son's been to this beach, but he was so little, I don't know if he'll remember it or not. He remembers the idea of going at least.
Well, when he sees pictures of us there where the beach is not like a focal point.
Yeah.
He knows where we are.
Okay.
Like that one on the book.
Yeah. He does love that picture.
Yeah.
Cold water. Again, he was not a fan of that last time. We have a wetsuit for him this time.
I feel like he's less of a fan of.
Yes. Yeah. So maybe that'll get him into the cold water.
To be fair, though, the two of you sound exactly the same when you put your wetsuits on.
Yeah, we're not huge fans of them.
I can't breathe.
It's too tight.
I'm dying.
And waves. Like he's been in a pool, but not ever a wave pool, and that can be intimidating when you're little.
So what you're saying is we should go down to Waco and like next week before we go, so he can get used to it. All right?
No.
Oh.
What I'm saying is these...
give us money, listeners.
Yeah, then we can do that.
We won't use it to do that.
Oh.
We'll use it for bills.
Small, manageable stressors are going to build up resilience as like a foundation in his nervous system, which will then continue that foundation like for the rest of his life, which is pretty sweet. So we're not just teaching him surfing on this trip.
Yeah, and I think it's cool to learn and do new things in places that aren't your safety place.
Yes.
At a young age, because again, I think that just makes you more likely to want to be out of your safety area or whatever word I'm looking for.
Comfort zone.
Comfort zone.
Yes.
It's like safety zone. That's not right. out of your comfort zone as an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To experience new things, or even just as you get older, it just gets harder to get out of your comfort zone to even do shit you know how to do. You know what I mean?
Very true.
Because it's like your routine becomes your comfort zone.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's hard. Like, I would love to be a part of some sort of team. Like I've got a buddy in Summit who is on like a hockey team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm just like, ugh. That sounds like so much to like change my, you know what I mean? And it's not even just like on top of going to a place I'm not used to. The biggest thing is the comfort zone that is my routine.
Yes, absolutely.
So like that's the hard part. And I think, any way you can kind of shake that up in a positive way regularly, starting at a young age, you're going to be more, accepting of that as you age.
Yeah. I was just talking about something similar in therapy last week about how, like, I want to learn other aspects of, like, doula support and care, but I don't, like, personally know people very well that do those things. So I would have to sign up for, like, an in-person course or ask to shadow someone or ask to learn from them. And my therapist was like, well, what about like a conference or a seminar with like a bunch of people who want to learn what you're learning? And I was like, can I just read a book about it? That's too far out of my comfort zone. And she's like,
or it just could not be your learning style also.
And it could be. But like we were just having a good laugh about like how part of my brain is like, I want that to be something I want to do, but I don't want to do that.
That's a whole discussion that I would actually love to have. I don't know if this is the time or the place, but we should probably take a break soon anyways.
Okay.
But just about this mindset a lot of people have of wanting to do stuff and why you about sitting down and with yourself and figuring out, do you want to do that or do you just feel like you are supposed to want? Like, is there something deeply ingrained in you that is making you feel like, oh, that's what I should be doing? Again, there's that word.
Yep.
So I'm not. Why don't I want to do that? Like, you're inherently you're gonna compare yourself to somebody else. You know what I mean? So that is a discussion I'd like to have, but we should probably take a break.
Okay.
All right. Well, after these messages, we'll be right back.
Holy shit, we're parents. Hey guys, welcome to the ad break. Just real quick, if you like what you've heard, or you just like Hannah or myself in general, and want to support us, feel free to follow us on Instagram at Holy Shit We're Parents. Like and follow on whatever listening platform you are enjoying the podcast on. And follow us on Patreon if you would like to financially support us without feeling like you're just giving us money. Or you can just give us money there too, I think. Either way, thank you very much for listening. And here's Hannah with the ads.
This episode is brought to you by Boobie Superfoods, the real MVPs of postpartum snacks. Whether you're breastfeeding, chasing toddlers, or just need something that doesn't make you feel like garbage, Boobie's got you. Get 10% off your order at boobiesuperfoods.com/revive and thrive. That's BOOBIE superfoods.com/revive and thrive. Because your boobs and your sanity deserve nice things. Okay, moms, if you're still living in those crusty maternity leggings from 3 babies ago, it's time. Comfort sweats are basically the uniform for surviving parenthood. Soft, high quality, and somehow still cute even when covered in spit up. Go to comfort.com/Hannah66030 for 10% off your order. That's CMFRT.com/HANNAH66030. Because if you can't have peace and quiet, at least you can have comfy pants. Holy shit, we're parents.
And we're back. But if you've got a direction to go and stuff like that, you can keep going because, I mean, I guess my main point was just wanting to remind everybody, yourself, myself, anybody who might be watching or listening, that like, goddamn, you don't need to want to do something. And like, I'm not one of these like we are wild animals. Like, we need to live like that. But I am somebody who understands that, like, evolution takes a very, very long time to happen. And humans, like, have been humans for a very short period of
like
time.
the grand scheme of things.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So the idea that we think our brains have evolved that much, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they have. You know what I mean? I'm sure if you had access to a perfectly preserved brain from early man, and now,
it's changed a ton.
Yes, but I don't think it would be as much in the ways that we think.
Yes.
So I think the idea that everything that applies back then doesn't apply now is as ridiculous as all things that applied then apply now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I do think there's a lot of primal drive and things still happening inside of our brains. Sometimes more surface for some people, sometimes more, buried and underneath for others. But I'm saying all that as like a reminder that we are like one of the only, and I'm not like counting dolphins because those things are fucking crazy, man. But, like one of the only apex predators that like burns energy for fun. You know what I mean?
Like the meme with the wolves.
Exactly.
That we saw.
Yes. But that like built on something I'd been talking about with clients about, is long distance running good for you? My theory is no.
Yes.
Because you should only ever do that if you're trying to escape, danger.
Yeah.
So that means bad chemicals are probably being released into your body and brain.
Stress.
Yeah, exactly.
Cortisol.
Which is probably why if you look a lot of your friends who are long distance runners and have been for years, they look a little old. Yeah, and they'll probably say it's because they're out in the sun a lot, but I don't think it is. But I'm an idiot who hasn't studied this, so I don't fucking know. This is just me taking my approach to shit, which lucky for me
you
is
have
right.
a hypothesis.
Yes, I do. And it is a theory I can test, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyways, yeah. So people have been taught that what every other apex predator does, lounging around when you're not, being forced to do something, is lazy.
Yeah.
And so you're taught that. That's not like something your brain just does.
Thank you, capitalism.
Precisely.
Yes.
100%. So a lot of people are stuck in that. They're unable to accept the fact that it is okay, and it is actually probably more biologically correct for you to do nothing if you're not eating.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, there's
you gotta chill. You gotta digest.
If you're not
you gotta
fucking
conserve
or
energy.
eating, you should probably not be doing a whole lot biologically at the very, very base level.
Yes.
Of existence, right?
Yeah.
But we have in our brains that we need to be doing something all the time, or time's being wasted.
Yeah, we're not productive.
Yeah, like what? What is that? What the fuck is that? What does that mean? Because we spend every minute of this productive time, most of us, wishing, hoping, dreaming, waiting for a time we can be unproductive.
Yeah.
And then that time comes and we force ourselves to be productive in different ways. So I mean, that was just a lot of words to say. Not a whole lot. I get that. But there was a point there. And if you rewind, you will hear it.
Yes. It was the wanting to want to do stuff.
Yes. It's okay to not want to do shit.
Yeah.
It's okay to sit the fuck down and do nothing.
Yeah.
That is, I think, at a biological level, the more right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But society, everything has trained us and taught us to do. Because what are we doing when we do?
Making money for the government.
or spending money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can't name one hobby that is 100% free. There's not one because you got to wear clothes to pretty much all of them.
I didn't even think about that. I was gonna be like, I don't know, hiking, but no, you need special boots most of the time.
You don't need, but you can't just go naked.
That's
You know,
you'll get in trouble.
You probably can't go without some sort of sustenance.
Right.
You know what I mean? All those things cost money.
That's fair.
I mean, so yes, being alive costs money too. I get it, but
yeah, but it used to be like it didn't.
You used to could get candy for a penny.
Used to could. Used to was.
So what had happened was.
Oh my god. So back to learning and how we're going to be learning something.
I don't know. If you're watching this, we might put a skip ahead till this time so you can miss all that dumb shit.
I don't think it was dumb.
Yeah. Everybody else might.
Oh, well, why are they listening to us then? We do tangents all the time. So doing this research for this episode, there was a lot that came up that like, what your toddler will learn while you're doing this. And I was like, huh.
How to surf, I hope.
So will I. Oh. Tissue. Sorry.
I'm just going to hold perfectly still so the cut looks as normal as possible. Or I won't cut it at all, and it'll just be me sitting, staring at the screen. Yeah, because I'll totally forget to cut it right here. And Miss Mucus is back.
Yeah, so a lot of this stuff I was like, those are things that I should have learned as a child. And I guess started to in like dance class and things and then didn't stick to any of it past like 13. But is like risk assessment. I'm so bad at things that feel scary, even though I know I'm safe, and like reminding my brain I'm safe. Like with snowboarding. Let's see. You taught me how to snowboard 14 years ago now.
Oh, shit.
Pretty sure. I am still scared every time we go snowboarding. And like, granted, it's been a few years now, but like every time I would hop on a board, my body was instantly like, and logically, I knew I was safe, but I had like no concept of like fleshing out risk assessment. Like, okay, well, I know how to do this, and I'm not in the trees where I feel uncomfortable, and I have all of this space, and
you want to know what's weird about
that? I know
that?
what it feels like to fall. Like,
I think the problem is you haven't gotten really hurt doing it. I know that's so weird. It seems like that would do the opposite. I've hurt the shit out of
myself, though.
You haven't.
I guess, I've never broken a bone.
Well, you haven't like gotten like fucking bodied. Like you haven't like taken a tree to the fucking rib
absolutely
cage.
Not.
You haven't like just been, like 20 feet in the air and then just like whoa, boom, and just falling straight. Like so like I think, and I know it sounds like that should do the opposite, but it doesn't, because it's like, well, at least for me, and again, I think it's a big benefit of teaching yourself to snowboard. It's like, you got to get up.
Yeah. Gives you perspective.
Like, you got to get the fuck up. Like, A, to get the fuck out of the way.
Right.
Because if you don't, you're going to get hurt more probably.
Yeah.
And then B, you can't do shit in the middle of the mountain.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if you are hurt,
you got to get up and get to the bottom.
You got to get up and get to the bottom. You know what I mean? So I think that teaches you that you can get up from a lot more shit than you think. And then you realize that, like, oh, I've been out here this many times. That shit's only happened this few times. Maybe I just won't do that. Like, maybe if I don't go, maybe if I don't go off that jump.
Perspective.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of those things. I think surfing's the same way. There's going to be a lot of stuff that, like, you're going to be scared until it happens. You know what I mean? Because you don't know.
Right.
Like, and I think there's a little bit where you'll always be scared, and I think that's good
That's
because
healthy.
with that comes a certain
Especially with
level
the
of
ocean.
respect
Yeah.
to what you're doing. I mean, the ocean and the mountain are the same in that way, I think.
Yes.
Where you have to go into it with a certain level of respect, or you're gonna have a bad time. Because you know who's not gonna have a bad time? The mountain or the ocean.
Right. Ever.
They're gonna do their thing forever. They
Yes.
have been, and they will keep.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
So, like, you got to remember that. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't respect the ocean or you don't respect the mountain, they're going to fuck you up. And they don't give a shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've been fucking people up since the beginning of time. They were fucking up dinosaurs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't care. So I think that's that's why I love being in the shadow of the mountains. You know what I mean? Because it's just such a great reminder that, like, it doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so figure it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, the mountain doesn't care that you're hurt. Like, get the fuck up and get down it.
Yeah.
The ocean doesn't care that you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
It's true. And I think this will be another opportunity for me to, again, try to teach my brain, like, I can still be safe even when something feels scary.
Well, and you can also be okay not being safe. You know what I mean? I think that is also an important lesson. Is like, you're not gonna be safe. You're not gonna feel safe all the time, and that can be okay. And what you do in those situations is very important.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's great if you can handle stress in the most ideal situations. Who the fuck can't?
Right.
You know, that's not going to teach you anything.
That's very true.
What do you do though when you're like, laying on the side of a mountain after you bodied a tree, thinking like, "Fuck, am I dying right now?" You know what I mean? It's like what you do then, I think, is where you learn. Or like when you're being like dragged under and just getting beaten under the water by like, you know, a huge set. Like what you do then, is what you're gonna learn. Like when you're working out, the reps you fail at are the ones that you get the most from.
growth.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, and I think that like that ties into like, okay, not grounding yourself with ideal situations, but grounding yourself with this can happen, scary, bad, etc. Things can happen, and I can respond accordingly. Not like I'm safe because this environment is exactly what I need it to be, but I'm safe because I trust myself.
when I think, I mean, that also sounds like you would be living a life of ignorance also to me. Because it's just like, oh, I'm just safe all the time, not you know what I mean? And you know, if you are, well, that means you're probably never outside your little bubble. You know what I mean? And maybe that's great, but not for me personally. You know what I mean? I'm sure not for a lot of people.
And I think safe to me in this situation is that, like, am I going to die or am I going to make it through this? And that's where I'm looking at it as, like, gotta get through this.
Gotta make it through.
Like, that's where I can work on my grounding.
See, I'm always just worried that I'm going to die with some stupid fucking song, like, on repeat.
Stuck in your head?
In my head, yeah. Like, I would be underwater just being like, gotta get through this.
That's your grounding.
Gotta make it
through. There will be no, like, montage of your life flashing through your brain.
No, or I'll be just, like, stuck in the I'm Blue music video. I was just like, God damn it. Yeah. And I would be insisting I would die if I was green.
That's not even the real words. Oh, that shit used to drive me insane. It was always boys who said that stupid shit in school just to make the girls mad.
Well, I think it was just that, like, boys were less able to handle that, like, I guess more primal needing to find a pattern and make sense of things
It was
around. Like, it couldn't just be noise.
Dabba-dee. Yeah.
It couldn't just be noises because that doesn't make any sense. It has to be words. What does it sound like? We're making it that. You know what I mean? Which I get. Because again, if you go back to like a primal thing, if you're hunting in the woods and you got a stick, if something looks like a face of something that can kill you, it's a face of something that can kill you.
Right.
I'm getting the fuck out of here before it's too late.
Gotta make sense of everything.
You have to find the pattern and put it together. That's why, like, when you're laying in bed looking at those fucking horrible ceilings as a kid, you're seeing little faces, you're seeing little things.
Wait,
and the
what
little,
ceilings?
those like bumpy ceilings.
Oh, like textured?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I did not do that.
what?
No, but I guess.
Oh
to
my
be
God. I had
fair-
like things I would regularly find and like look for
Yeah.
night to night and see if I could like get into this mindset that allowed me to like see it that way.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you had to like, I don't know, be in this weird, at least I did. I had to be in this weird, like, not like just, like letting your eyes blur, but just a little bit. And then it's just like, it always happened when I was the perfect amount of tired.
I don't remember ever having textured ceilings. Honestly, the only like walls or ceilings
Oh, you'd remember if you did.
I do remember are the ones in the guest room at my grandparents' house that were like lions and tigers. And I think I told you the story of
when you got stuck?
when I fell in
Bro.
between the wall and the bed, and like all I could see was that fucking tiger in my face.
Yeah, that's to be fair though, there were a lot of rooms you were exposed to as a child that would have given me nightmares.
Like what other one?
The bathroom that your mom did,
Oh, with the fish? I loved it.
where there was like an octopus trying to eat
Over
you
the
on the
toilet?
toilet. What? Yeah, I can tell none of you faced the wall when you peed.
We did not.
Yeah.
No, but I do remember.
The octopus looking at me, or would be
Vividly,
looking at you.
like-
Not me, because I was never
Yeah.
there. But like in the pictures.
Yeah, I remember getting super sick one time.
Oh
and
God, that would be horrible.
fucking throwing up in that toilet. My dad rubbing my back and just looking up, and like the octopus was just like over the toilet.
You sick bitch? What are you, sick? Pathetic.
Right?
I can fit through super small holes. Like, I don't care, octopus.
It never scared me, but I definitely at that point remember being like, I hate that I'm looking at this right now.
You never seen a multiplus of us, have you? I'm solitary.
Solitary animals.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be my nightmare. Like, that was one reason I was glad I never got sick at Marcella's in Buffalo. Like, I don't know what the ladies' bathrooms were like.
I never went to Marcella's.
What?
Uh-uh.
Oh, all right. Well, for listeners, Marcella's was a gay club in Buffalo. Maybe it still is. I don't know.
I think probably.
But it was the type of amazing place where the urinals were open mouths. Yeah, like so it loved it.
Awesome.
Not sick or
Right.
hallucinating. I cannot
Yes.
imagine what it would be like in a bathroom like that.
Oh God.
Because to be honest with you, I don't know what the stalls looked like.
Yeah.
I never went in, but I can't imagine it wasn't not a mouth.
Right.
I would have been pissed if it wasn't.
I want to
kinda-
poop in a mouth.
Yeah. I want to throw up in a mouth. You probably could.
Right. Could probably do that at lots of bars
That
in
was
Buffalo.
one of the most fun clubs there was in Buffalo.
Yeah, I
I can't believe you never went.
did not do a lot of clubs in Buffalo. Honestly, I think the only club I went to in Buffalo was that one when you had your birthday party at when you and I first started dating. I went to the dive bars in Buffalo.
The Black Party?
Yeah. That's the only club I've been to.
Do you remember that whole story?
Yeah, that I fucking called and reserved. Okay. So when Justin and I started dating but weren't admitting even to each other that we were dating yet, and we were just besties.
We're friends. We're really good friends.
Really good friends. I set up a birthday party at this club. It was on Chippewa, right? That was like the spot to be in Buffalo where all the clubs were. And like set up this whole thing with the party planner. And it was going to be like guests paid for a wristband, got so many drinks. It was just us coming. Theme was purple?
Black and purple.
Black and purple. Black and purple party.
Crucial detail. All right,
you can tell the rest.
So
that person got fired and never told anybody about our party.
But anyways, in the setting up for it, Hannah is told it's Black Night at the club. And you said, that's perfect because the theme of our party is black and purple.
No, I don't even remember them telling me that.
No, they did.
Okay.
Because I remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
And then I remember getting there, and by Black Night, they had meant the black fraternities and sororities.
Yeah.
From, I don't know which college, Buff State?
I think it was UB.
From UB. Had also rented the place out with us.
Yeah,
but,
you'll be sharing with another party.
Personally, loved it.
It was great
because
we had so much fun.
I love black ladies and black ladies love me. So it was a great birthday.
So that's the only club in Buffalo.
But like, it was one of those situations of like, what the fuck are these fucks doing like at our night? And then we were kind of just like, what the fuck are we doing at your night?
Yeah, because then like a handful of us showed up for your birthday.
Hardly anybody, yeah.
And we were the only white
people
there.
Was maybe literally like 5 or 6 of us that ended up being there.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I think, we were also just like, we are horning in on your guys' night here.
Oh,
and
we had so much
we
fun.
apologize. And I think that allowed everybody to be like, let's have fun.
Yeah. Every time I went to the bathroom, it was just hilarious because everyone was like, what are you guys doing here? And I had to tell the story of setting up your birthday.
Yeah.
And then when we got there and we're like, we're here for this party. And they were like, oh, that person was fired. We have no idea what you're talking about, but I guess you can stay.
That was what it was. Yeah. But I guess you can stay.
Okay.
Here's some wristbands. Yeah. I think we ended up getting like more drinks than we would have or whatever.
We did. We got a bunch of shit for free because they felt bad for us.
Yeah, it was. We ended up. I think it was just like all you could drink within this time limit.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up being great. But that's the one thing I remember. Oh, that's great because the theme of our party is black and purple.
So naive. I didn't know.
But it's just like, no wonder that person got fired. The fuck? It's Black Night.
Tell these white kids to come have their stupid party.
Well, why would you say it like that?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like why wasn't it Black sorority and fraternity night?
I'm sorry, the club has already been booked that night.
Not you're sharing with another party.
Not you're sharing with every black student in Western New York.
Which to me, I was like, there's not a lot of us. We can totally share. We don't need a whole ass club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, man. I fully understand the like, this is supposed to be a time for us.
Our group.
Like, I fully understand and respect that. And then like they put us in there to ruin their time.
Right. Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I've been to sorority and fraternity things. They're very like close knit. This is our stuff, space, time. Yeah.
One of my favorite like algorithms that happens to me sometimes are the black sororities and fraternities of the Southeast.
Yeah.
And like the awesome like marches and like dances and like everything they do like in cadence is fucking awesome. It gives me goosebumps just like thinking about it because it's just so much like power and emotion. And it's just like, damn. And like, you know, growing up in Atlanta and like having the privilege to with Gary like in in my older age work and do construction projects on some HBCs, historically black colleges, I think that's what they're called. Yeah. And just like, you know, the vibe and the energy that were on those campuses, it's just like, I don't know.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't want to get on a thing, but I was like bummed when I found out they like let white people in there. It's like, ugh,
right.
Fucking ruin everything.
Yeah. Gotta be part of everything.
Yeah, we're the Birdman of races. Let me just ruin this.
Fucking hop on here and ruin this real quick.
What was this? One of the best Lil Wayne songs? Let me ruin that real fast.
Hello, colonialism.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. I feel like
learning. We were talking about learning, and then we're kind of just chatting. It might be like a just chat episode.
Okay. I guess while we're just chatting. So yeah, I was out of the gym this week because I had some crazy mystery virus, which sucked. But also then our son got it, and then also
crazy mystery virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He could have just
what?
I don't know. I worded it like you're gonna be patient zero for the zombie apocalypse.
It might be.
Okay.
What if I am?
Okay.
I want people to know.
I'm sorry. Okay. Hannah was first, everybody.
Yes. So if you get it, it's my fault.
You're welcome.
And then you and I were kind of talking during the break. I found out not too long ago that my dad has bladder cancer and thought it was gone after surgery, and it is not. And I'm kind of like navigating that right now. And we were talking a little bit about how like you're already on the other side of parent with cancer. And
yeah, we're pretty deep into this episode though, so I don't know if that's something we should. I mean, we can just roll it into another one. If you want to. Okay.
I guess we could have just stopped right there, and I didn't need to go into more things. Maybe we should just cut it after.
Yeah. Well, all right. Be sure if you like any of what you've heard, if you're still here listening to us, like and subscribe on your podcast platform of choice, Apple Music or Spotify. It really helps us if you do the automatic download thing, and if you leave us a 5-star review. If you don't want to leave us a 5-star review, maybe leave us a comment about why you don't want to leave us a 5-star review, and maybe we can change it so that maybe you can leave us a 5-star review. What I'm saying is if you don't want to leave us a 5-star review, you don't have to leave us a review at all. Just comment and tell us to go fuck ourselves. Or me, probably. There's probably a Patreon thing still. Check us out on social media, I guess, at Holy Shit, We're Parents. I'm at Flex Logic. At that's fine. Hannah's at
your doula Hannah.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Holy shit, we're parents.